bounced in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. All the North Country winters keep forgetting me, and I lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't turning back to live that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking due south out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toke. But he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on bid for the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
You're listening to Music Without Borders, Hour 2, Old Crow Medicine Show. I want to say that I thought I heard that sound before, 2004. I don't know if I have. So I gave it a star, and that was Superstar, Wagon Wheel. That one came in right at the bell there for Drew, right at the end there. I'm glad I saw that one. What have I got lined up here for you? This is the first hour guarantee, right? It's no promise. I got it. I got this one. Getting good at this, I think. Although there is room for error, but I think this wasn't too hard tonight. 100 years ago, Rolling Stones, Artie Shaw, When Winter Comes, Pink Floyd, Coming Alive Again, Presidents of the USA, Baker Street, Paul, Like a Kiss with Boom Boom, Van Halen, Love Walks In, Bored with Death Angel, and Shake Your Body Down, the Jacksons. I think I got everybody. Now we got a super coming in here for a mustache. Now, gagging order, I'm not sure if that is a legal term. That's a commercial. It's a legal term. Gagging order is a legal term in U.S. and A. I'm not really sure if that applies to British law or any law. I think the gag order is maybe gagging order is not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen closely to these lyrics here. Radiohead.
I
Superstar material on Music Without Borders. Yeah, I don't have a gag order. Gag order is when you're not allowed to talk. Gagging order, I don't know what that one means. Radiohead, but I wasn't actually even listening to the lyrics, so it doesn't really matter. You listen to Music Without Borders. We are in hour two. Steve comes in with, and this is curious. I haven't seen this one. My favorite record producer is Trevor Horn, and Sophie Gray together with him. Of course, Trevor Horn is famous for tons of stuff. If you don't know him, but he definitely he wrote this song when he was in the group called the Buggles. It was the first video ever on MTV and so forth. With that song, "Video Killed the Radio Star." Live at the O2 Forum in Kentish Town. I know that venue very well. It used to be called the Town and Country. Then they call it the Forum now. But I used to play tons of concerts next to the Forum at the Bowen Gate. No. Speaking of Dinosaur Jr., that was the last time I saw Dinosaur Jr. was at the Forum. It's a great venue. It really is a super cool gig. So let's check this one out. It's going to be a superstar material, I know, because I've never heard this one. So thanks a lot. Here, this one goes out to Steve.
Sophie Gray, shall you perform a cover?
Oh, don't mind him. That's my robot companion. Let's perform a cover.
Now shuffling through songs, how about this one?
I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten on machine or new technology. Now I understand the problems you could see. I met your children. What did you tell them? Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. Pictures came and broke your heart. I'm so honored to welcome to the stage the Trevor Horn.
And now we visit Alabama studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put the blame on VCR.
You are the radio star. You are the radio star. Video killed 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 the radio star.
Thank you.
Trevor Horn, everyone.
Back to obscurity. Good night.
That's great to see Trevor out and about. I know I don't want to even talk about it, but he went through one of the most terrible things that could ever even happen to anybody, and disgusting. But it takes time to heal. Video killed the radio star Sophie Gray together with Trevor Horn performing live. That was him on bass and singing there. He's obviously shifted. He's such a very, 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 very talented. If anybody's a huge Yes fan, then you know what he did for Yes and so forth. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Seal, I mean, just tons of stuff that he did. Very, very, very important producer from London. You're listening to Music Without Borders. Once again, I got a bunch of requests all lined up here, and we're getting supers, so I'm trying my best to get all of you all. And thanks again to my mods that helped me out here. A Mustache comes in with Divorce Separation Blues. Yeah, I've been there. The Avert Brothers. Now, this is something that I have not. Hold on a second. Oh, I have heard these guys before, but I haven't played this track, so let's check it out.
I'm gonna keep on living, even though I sometimes do fantasize about disappearing down in the ocean blue, just to get some peace and quiet from the warfare inside my heart. Well, I've been under ear-splitting fire ever since we've been apart. Well, I'm gonna wash the dishes, pay the bills and watch the news. I got the tough education, no celebration, divorce, separation blues. De-yodelay, yo-de-yodelay, de-yodelay. And rising up before the sun, and lying in the dark wide awake when everybody else is done, and sleeping in their bed so peaceful, dreaming with the love they choose. I got the tough education, no celebration, divorce, separation blues. Really wanna hit the town and try to keep our friends at bay, try to keep the gossip down. Well, some folks just want the dirt and don't even care if it's true. But then again, who cares who's talking? I'm worried for myself and you. And I'll sign on the line beneath my name. The road is gone, can't go back the way we came. They say one of every two bound to be set aflame. Every level of resentment, responsibility and blame. Well, now I'm bound to break a promise, one I made to God and you. separation, no celebration, bad communication, worse interpretation, love deprivation, pain allocation, soul devastation, cold desolation, life complication, resuscitation, divorce, separation, blues, yodeling, ole, 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 yodeling, yodeling, yodeling.
That was great. I think I said it wrong. The Avett Brothers is the name of that. Divorce Separation Blues. It was a great lyric. Been down that road 3 times. It's kind of gets easier, to be honest with you. But it's part of it gets easier. Part of it is also very, very boring. But it did Too Legit to Quit remix with MC Hammer. Hold on. This is going to be this is something. This is going to be superstar material. I have not heard this one. I got to find it though. Oh, that's fine. Bear with me here. This one goes out Steve. Of course, Gangnam Style. I actually do love that song. I think that song is great. I was lucky to be a brand new dad, and my kid loved that track. I'm telling you, it's a great song. And here we go. This is probably back in the day, 14 years ago. Let's check it out here.
Y'all don't have to sit down. But only reason why many of us have uploaded videos on YouTube, but there's only one person that has 700 million views in just a couple of months. The Korean phenomenon. My homeboy, Scream and Shout. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로 네가 적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 걸어가는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 선어해 낮에는 너만 따사로 저 선어해 커피 지기도 전에 원샷 때려 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해
hilarious. I never saw that one. Um, listening to Music Without Borders, MC Hammer. Obviously, it's a stage show, but that was cool. It was a good show, good show, good show. And the PSY guy, he was actually really singing there. That's cool. He was a big superstar in Korea for a long, long time. That's why, I mean, he's an old guy, right? But we just never heard about him. And then they put that song out, and it goes super viral. And it's like amazing. Okay, but I just got a couple of supers, and I wasn't even watching. I was just watching the video because it kind of got my attention there. Steve, superstar material. I love it. I love it. I love it. PSY together with Hammer on stage. Didn't really hear too much of Hammer, but you got him to see him to dance. And he was a dance instructor, right? He was old before he got big, right? Both those guys have a lot in common, actually. They were super old. Well, you know what I mean. They weren't kid pop stars or anything like that. They had normal jobs and stuff like that. I mean, in show business and stuff like that. But then they got mega super. They were famous already in their fields and stuff. But and well known, I suppose. MC Hammer must have been known in the Hollywood area. He was a dance instructor, right? Like Paula Abdul, one of these types of behind the scenes people and stuff. When they finally get a chance to he got out there, but they make them wait, right? It's like with the Hollywood stars. Just because you're famous and you got tons of hits, you got to wait until you're old before they give that to you. I'll tell you, they want you to die first. So, like I said, that helped me remember. Mustache got another one. Moonlight Sonata. We'll put that one on deck. And right now it's Reina Marie. I want to get next to you. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can fire this one up. I thought that we were missing a two because it takes two people to get next to somebody. I want to get next to you from Rose Royce. Sounds like a flower and a car put together. Pretty cool name, actually. Guns N' Roses. Now, this is going to be, I think, a superstar because it doesn't ring a Rose. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's a catchy name. Reina Marie, here you go. I want to get next to you.
Still I wanna get next to you. I wanna get next to you. 'cause you're my dream come true, and I wanna get next to you, baby. I wanna get next to you. I wanna make you mine for all I wanna get next to you. I promise I'll never make you blue. I wanna get next to you. So let love begin between me. I wanna get next to you. You're mine.
Rose Royce, great name. I want to get next year. I think that I may have heard that song, but like maybe like a long, long time ago. So it doesn't really ring a bell. I would remember that that name Rose Royce. Okay, Moonlight Sonata. Hold on a second. I gotta fire this one up. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. I'm already having problems trying to find this one. A mustache. Moonlight Sonata. Move 3 Valentine. Can you okay, let me try this. I just copied and pasted what you wrote down, and now I think I. Got it. It's amazing because if it's not done exactly like it says, it wasn't exactly what it says here, but it's very close. But it was like if the dash is off by, if the dash is next to the Beethoven, the dash was next to it, and then it says we don't understand it. So I put a space in between the dash, and it goes, oh, now we understand it. AI is like, they don't realize that we're all sitting. A lot of us are sitting on phones, typing in stuff, and it's, penmanship it's gone out the window nowadays. But they're not smart enough to figure that out. Well, they kind of are, but sometimes they get it right. A lot of times they don't get it right. So hopefully this is the one that you're looking for. I see movement 3. Says there you go, Sonata. Okay, I think I got it. I get Presto Agitato. That doesn't say that one. But Valentina. Okay, let's go for it. Here it is, Beethoven. I got the commercials. I hope this is the right one. This guy has very, very long hair, like me when I used to dye my hair. I stopped dyeing my hair a long time ago, but that was my natural color. But dirty blonde. I was blonde when I was a kid and stuff. Then puberty came in, and I was like, I'm not a blonde anymore. No more Macaulay Culkin. Here we go, Beethoven. Superstar material on Music Without Borders. Valentina Lisitsa performing some Ludwig van Beethoven. Beethoven, yeah, he's great. I didn't know this about Beethoven. I died super young. Everybody died young. 56. I mean, I'm 57. He died at 56 in Vienna. So he was obviously gigging there. I didn't know he was 5'4". 5'4". I did not know that at all. That's my perfect height for a girl, no offense. And it says here, influenced by Amadeus Mozart, Mr. Wolfgang. But I remember that, yeah, because Beethoven was born in 1770. 1770, Mozart was already a rock star in Vienna and mostly Central Europe and stuff. He was already gigging and stuff. So that's the story I kind of remember, is that Beethoven, when he was young, he looked at Mozart and he was like, going, I want to be like him, if not maybe even better. And I don't want to touch anybody's opinion about what's better, ice cream or ice milk, but they're without Mozart, there would be no Beethoven. That's the way it goes. But and Beethoven, you know, inspired a lot of other people. But those kind of the big boys, two big boys, you know, back in those days. Mozart was born in Salzburg, and Bonn is where Beethoven was born, but very close to each other, actually. So they're over there from Vienna. They all end up Vienna, because Vienna is the city of music. It was in those days, and that's kind of when it happened. I lived there for 13 years, and they still call it the city of classical music, not the city of music. It's the city of classical music. It is the city of music. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on the supers. Once again, if you're making a request during the second hour, don't save your ink. All right, you don't need to. You can talk about music and write down, but I'm not looking at stuff. I'm not looking for requests right now. I still have everything lined up here from the first hour, and we're going to get to them. The first hour guarantee has not let us down yet. Part of me is hoping that it will. Then I'll turn it into like the first 10-minute guarantee. But right now, the first hour guarantee. If you made a request during the first hour, it's still up here on my thing, right? Windows. Thank God for Windows, and I got all the stuff is lined up. We keep moving here. This is something that, once again, this request was given in the first 10 minutes. You know who you are. If you're still listening, I hope you are. I was looking forward to hearing this one. All the ones you guys are requesting is always like super crazy goo. I love listening to everything with notes. This is Tunich. It's on the Michael Jackson page, but this is the Jackson 5 with Shaking Your Body Down to the Ground.
Walk around this town with your head on up in my slide. And
the Jacksons would shake your whole body down. Super great song. Now you listen to music without borders. And thank you for your patience. Now we just got another super. Okay, that's why. Sometimes I don't check. It's amazing how I'm copying and pasting and I put it in, and then it like turns into like this long sentence, and all you wrote down was fog and Radiohead, and all these other things come in. It's like, if I'm not checking it. AI is like, they're like always going, did you mean this? It's like, no, I meant what I typed, what I copied and pasted. Why do you change it and stuff? I tell you, it's just the way it is. And you listen, I used to call myself for a long time the king of acceptance. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a very easygoing guy and stuff like that. So I'm kind of laughing at it. Otherwise, it'll probably take a couple of years off of my life. And I was a serious chain smoker for a long time. And I still like to drink, but I was doing a lot more than what I'm drinking. I mean, okay, I'm still on steel reserves and stuff, but hey. Clink! Cheers from Venice Beach, Florida. I quit smoking. I'm almost on six years coming up now. Wow, amazing. Only lost 2 teeth. I lost 3 wives, because of smoking. And so that's the funny thing. All 3 of my wives, they all smoked. So it wasn't because of smoking. They all drank. It wasn't because of drinking. Although at the end they always said, it's because you drink and smoke. And I'm like, that's how we met. What are you talking about? Yeah, but I stopped. And you didn't. That was kind of like the, it can't say that because but it doesn't work. But I'm making a half joke. Then as soon as the divorce papers are filed, they go back to drinking and smoking. I'm like, you told me that it bothered you. I'm like, yeah, because when you do it, I'm like, okay, so it had nothing to do with that. I know it had nothing to do with money. I think and what was this? There was some movie. Well, it was when I watched Harry Met Sally. That's why I'm getting a little bit emotional or whatever. It's not Valentine's Day, Alec. It's Groundhog Day. Don't get emotional. That's a love story in that. That's a great movie. But okay, I'm getting foggy. Oh, that's it. Hey, mustache superstar. Here you go. Fog. Radiohead. Press one if you're a fan of the movie Fog. The Fog. That was like Jamie Lee Curtis had a small role in it. The Fog, such a great movie. Radiohead with Fog. Didn't Woody Allen had a movie called Fog, right? Madonna was in that one. That was good. It was a dumb movie, actually. It was like the whole thing was fog, black and white movie. I remember seeing that one. Anyway, Radiohead, Superstar Material. Never heard that track. It does not ring a bell at all. It doesn't. The album is called Knives Out. Never heard of it. I'm a huge fan of Tom York and the Boys, and it's obviously the record company was going, I guess that's not a single. Great song, album track, Fog, Radiohead. You listen to Music Without Borders. It's an all request show. Wow. Okay, I'm going to slip one in here. I'm finally caught up with the Supers. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, Pink Floyd, Baker Street, President, 100 Year, Artie, Paul, Love. If you requested, I'm giving, these are the things that I can see here right now. Yeah, Van Halen, Loves Walk In. Okay. I'm going to start the set off with, I'm going to end this set, excuse me. I'm going to end this set with somebody requested, right in the beginning of the show. Once again, if you want to get a request in, without doing a super, right? It's not supers are great because it helps this channel grow. That's what they tell me to say, right? That's what I'll say it again. I haven't done anything. It's all collecting, and it's sitting somewhere nice and safe. I haven't touched it. Otherwise, I'd have new suits and stuff. And I'd be doing shows somewhere else. That is the goal. So I'm kind of, and I'm playing like I know. Don't say too much. I'm talking to lawyers, and all, so there's this thing going right now. So all the supers are great, and you guys, it's really good, and it's sitting there, and I haven't touched it yet, and I'll let you know when I do, and you'll know it already anyway. But the supers are appreciated. It's for the channel to help the channel grow. I get crazy ideas in my head, and Music Without Borders has to do with traveling the world and so forth. For example, I might end up be going to a town near you and having you on the show and so forth. Think about it. That's just some of the things that I have in mind. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and Music Without Borders. I am a traveler, right? Anybody who's read my book is like, oh, he worked for Pan American Airways and he got the bug. Yeah, I got the bug. I can't, I get nervous when I stay too much in my own country, and yeah, it's time for me to start to travel again. So I'm going to take this show, Music Without Borders, around the world. Here we go. This is the song that's getting us out. Death Angel with Bored. You know who you are, who requested this, and then we're going to open it up. Hour 3 with Billy Swan. Don't be cruel, but here it is to get out of hour 2. Bored.
I'm bored. I'm bored.
Starman Show, Death Angel, with Bored. Yeah, I don't know. I was multitasking. I'm like, Phil Collins is dead, and I googled it too. I was like, of course he's not dead. That would have showed up on I would have found that one out. I did enjoy watching the tribute to Ozzy yesterday. I watched that one, showed up on the YouTube thing. I was like, hey, check it out. A bunch of cool cats were on stage there, and you could see the Osbournes, half smiling, half still, messed up that Ozzy's dead. But it was really, really great to see that they did that. I didn't even think about that for the Grammys last night. So I saw that on Rewind, and and it's really, really cool. Okay, good. I'm glad we cleared that one up. On deck, Billy Swan. This is hour 2, reset time.